Monday morning, another school day with the same routine that by this point has cemented itself in my head. I enter the classroom, go to the farthest column, and sit in the middle row, my usual sitting spot. This was my usual day in high school. All this changed when the COVID lockdown hit my country. What were previous unproductive hours changed into hours where I could finally pursue the interest and hobbies that I always wanted to do. I learned video editing, coding, entrepreneurship skills, business management, and personal finance. This was the time when I started looking more into starting an organization, which was something I always wanted to do. I was inspired to do this when I volunteered at an organization in my freshman and sophomore years of high school. I learned more about the process of starting organizations and how to register them officially. I pitched my idea to several people. One person that I pitched my idea about starting the organization was a friend that later served as the manager of my organization and was a key member behind its scaling. The non-profit organization that was started was called Food Bag. It would take leftover food from events and social gatherings and distribute it further to the needy. I served as part of the organization by being the CEO and founder of it for over 15 months, after which I passed it on to other people who could operate on it back from my home country. During my time there, we served upwards of 2,000 people and raised more than $700 for donation. What started as a team of two eventually became a team of 25 active and 40 non active members. Our organization received praise from the government of my home state, New Delhi. The lockdown brought devastating effects on my country, but sometimes I wonder why it was during this time that I could work on something I was so passionate about and get to do other productive stuff that I couldn't do before. Working on the projects that I love and still upgrading my skills was just possible because of the lockdown. It also allowed me to have deeper connections and as a result have a deeper relationship with a lot of my friends and family. Maybe it was because everyone was living in isolation and eventually realized how much they needed each other to live. I grew closer to my parents and my siblings and ended up having good connections with them, which never seemed possible before. The lockdown helped me save a lot of time as well, which would have been otherwise wasted on travel and getting things from the market. One more advantage that I had because of the lockdown was that it increased my confidence by leaps and bounds. Interviews and seminars were online, which gave me the chance to attend as many as 10 in a single day, right from my room study table. It gave me access to talk to people all over the world and learn more about the work and gain the knowledge and expertise without having to even meet them in person. I remember attending online classes from great teachers on YouTube and other sites such as Udemy, Coursera, and edX, which explained the class materials much better than my high school teachers. Studying during the lockdown gave me a more in depth idea of what I was learning and helped enhance my understanding of the concepts. Although the lockdown was mostly beneficial for me, not everything was great about it. The number of COVID cases in my country was one of the highest around the globe. India was hit with COVID waves almost three times. Each wave was more deadly than the last. This also meant that I had to hear about a lot of people losing their lives to COVID. Family, friends, distant relatives, friends' parents, teachers, and our helpers. COVID unleashed its wrath on any and everyone. When we eventually went back to school, we saw some of our classmates missing. This was probably the worst thing a lot of us had gone through. It was really difficult to even think about the fact that someone as old as us, who we have known throughout school, could go away so easily. Not everything was good, and not everything was bad. It was a mix of both, like most things usually are. In the end, I tried to think about the good things and the benefits they brought for me. Even though it was a difficult time, it shaped me into the person I am today.